Amazing how many people just sorta let life happen to them, and they may not even realize they're stuck in a pattern. Ever noticed how some people crush obstacles while others stay stuck? My mission today is simple: to equip you with 10 powerful neuro-linguistic programming techniques to get you out of victim mentality. The last technique is probably the most powerful yet, so stick around till the end of the video. By the time we're done, you'll not only understand how these NLP techniques work, but you'll also be ready to apply them in your own life. Ready? Let's dive in. Technique 1, Reframing. This involves looking at a situation from a different perspective. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim, you can ask, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can this challenge help me grow? Say you tried your luck with someone you really liked and they turned you down. Instead of making that rejection define you every time you meet someone new, consider whether reliving that moment is actually helping you. It might get you a seat at the pity party, but is that all you really want? What do you truly gain by labeling yourself as always rejected? It's time to make a change. Instead of saying, I'm the guy who got turned down, how about saying, I'm the guy with the courage to try? Every time that old story tries to resurface, push it down with your new one. Technique 2, Anchoring. This technique teaches your mind to link a physical touch, like pinching your earlobe, with a positive feeling or thought. The next time you feel that surge of happiness, like when you're driving with your favorite music blasting, or you receive fantastic news, pinch your earlobe. I know, sounds weird, but give it a shot. Keep doing this every time you feel that excitement. You do this often enough, and soon, every time you pinch that earlobe, you'll bring back that same invincible feeling, even when you're just waiting in line for your coffee. So, when you feel like life is just unfair and that everything is just against you, use this technique and you will feel better instantly. Technique 3, Metamodel Questions. This technique allows you to examine the thoughts you feed yourself to, determine if they hold true. For instance, have you ever found yourself thinking, I always choke when it matters? Well, let's pause there and fact-check that statement. Remember that time when you aced that job interview or took the lead in a group project? Doesn't sound like always to me. Our minds tend to generalize, especially when we're feeling low. It's easy to proclaim, I never get things right, after you made a mistake. But when you question your internal narrative, wait a minute, didn't I resolve that work issue just last week? It puts the drama to rest. So, the next time you're about to engage in negative self-talk using words like always, never, or everyone, bring out those metamodel questions. Technique 4, Pattern Interrupt. When you catch yourself in this victim narrative, pause for a moment. Acknowledge that you're slipping into this pattern, but without self-criticism. Self-awareness is the key here. Challenge the automatic victim response by reframing the situation. Ask yourself questions like, what can I learn from this? Or, how can I take control of my response? This shifts your focus from helplessness to empowerment. Remind yourself of your strengths and capabilities. For example, if you're facing a setback at work, tell yourself, I have the skills to overcome this challenge. A crucial part of interrupting the victim pattern is taking active steps towards a solution. Identify what actions you can take to improve the situation. By doing so, you regain a sense of control and agency in your life. Technique 5, Belief Change. Write down all of those beliefs you have which make you a victim. Next to each one of these, write down a replacement belief. For example, replace thoughts like, I have no control over my life, with thoughts like, I have the power to change many aspects of my life. Let's say you've recently graduated from college. You're dreaming of a high-paying job at a luxurious downtown apartment. The reality, though, may involve entry-level positions in shared spaces with roommates who aren't keen on household chores. But instead of dwelling on, I studied for years and all I got was this, view this reality as a starting point. Remember, every successful individual began their journey from somewhere. Did they all get CEO positions right after graduation? No, but instead of asking, why me? They asked, what's next? How can I progress? So, the next time you're tempted to lament your entry-level job or financial constraints, shift your perspective. Technique 6, Timeline Therapy. Think of your life as a timeline. When you look back at tough times, Don't see them as loser moments. Instead, see them as opportunities for growth and empowerment. Imagine this. You've been dating this girl and you're madly in love. You're planning to pop the question. You bought the ring. You set up this big romantic proposal. And guess what? She turns you down right in front of your closest friends and family. Yeah, that's a painful memory. Take that mortifying moment on your timeline right now. Instead of labeling it as the night I got humiliated, how about the night I dodged a bullet and learned my worth? Maybe she did you a favor. You found out sooner that she wasn't the one. Fast forward to next year, and you're now with someone who gets you, respects you, and is all in. Technique 7, mirroring. To use this technique, you start copying the body language, tone, and pace of someone you admire, who doesn't assume victim role no matter what the circumstances. As you do this, you sort of make their confidence yours. Remember, you're not becoming them. You're just grabbing a piece of their confidence and making it yours. In the movie The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith's character, Chris Gardner, in one of the scenes, he's in a high-stakes job interview. So he mimics the interviewer's body language, matches his tone, and mirrors his pace. The result? He nails that interview. Technique 8, positive intent recognition. Positive intent recognition is about understanding your past motivations. Goal with this is not to blame yourself, but to recognize the function victim mentality once served in your life. Recall situations where adopting a victim mindset seemed necessary. Maybe it shielded you from bullies or assisted you in tough times. At that point, it did offer relief. Now, you can choose to let go of this behavior because it no longer benefits you. Picture this. You and your bestie are at your go-to coffee spot, just catching up. She has some exciting news for you. She's got a shot at leading a cool project, something she's always wanted. You're stoked for her, but she doesn't seem thrilled. She says she feels unsure if she should take it. Why? That old incident with her unfair boss is stuck in her head. It's like a broken record that plays whenever work stuff happens. With this NLP technique, you might say, I remember when that first went down. We talked a bunch about it, but now that memory's just filling your head with self-doubt. It's not helping you anymore. It's time to go for new opportunities, girl. Technique 9, future pacing. This technique helps you mentally rehearse your goals. Close your eyes and picture a future where you've conquered your victim mindset. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? How do you feel? Feel the emotions associated with that future state. Joy, pride, relief, whatever it may be. Make this visualization as accurate as possible. The more sensory details you include, the more effective it can be. Technique 10, core transformation. I've saved the best for last, but before we dive in, if you find this content helpful, please subscribe and share it with others who could benefit. So, the reason this last technique is so profound is because when you apply it correctly, it totally changes the way you look at everything in your life. Once you master this technique, not only will you be able to overcome your victim mentality, you will also set your goals correctly and achieve them every time. You can watch this goal-setting video pinned at the end of this one. So how does this technique work to get rid of your victim mentality? First, you need to understand this. The reason you have this mentality is because it serves you on some subliminal level. You need to dig really deep to uncover what it is that you get from feeling like a victim. Maybe it's sympathy or attention. Maybe it's a sense of belonging. Keep going until you find the core need. Once you find it, you can replace it with something better, something that actually improves your life. If this video resonated with you, please comment. Let me know which technique hit home for you. If you hit that subscribe button, thank you. And if you do subscribe, comment subscribed, and I'll personally thank you.